This week on Inside the Den News, GMD CEO engages shareholders on UBA's 2025 performance and 2026 outlook. UBA Sierra Leone wins double honors at the African Ovation Awards. UBA Foundation expands access to education in Gabon. UBA Guinea launches agency banking to drive financial inclusion. UBA Sierra Leone demonstrates strong presence at Independence Anniversary celebration. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. I'm your host Chijioke, and it's great to have you with us once again. This week, we take a look at how our group continues to show up across markets, from leadership conversations on the global stage to impactful initiatives shaping communities across Africa. In this episode, we talk about how our GMD CEO, Oliver Alauba, featured on major TV platforms, sharing insights on the bank's 2025 financial year performance, regulatory discipline, and growth outlook for 2026. We also celebrate UBA Sierra Leone's double win at the African Ovation Awards, while across Gabon, Guinea, and Sierra Leone, our team continues to drive impact through education, financial inclusion, and national engagement. Do stay with us for the news in full. Our GMD CEO, Mr. Oliver Alauba, was featured on two major television platforms earlier this week, where he provided insights into the bank's 2025 financial performance, strategic decisions, and outlook for 2026. Speaking during separate interviews on Arise TV and Channels Television, he reaffirmed that UBA's core business remains strong, supported by a diversified global presence across 24 countries, robust earnings, and sustained growth in key financial indicators. Addressing questions around the bank's decision not to declare a final dividend for 2025, Alauba explained that the move was driven by regulatory requirements following the Central Bank of Nigeria's directive to exit the forbearance loan regime. This led to significant provisions and a temporary increase in non-performing loan ratios, impacting dividend distribution. He emphasized that this was a prudent and one-off adjustment, noting that UBA has already commenced recovery efforts on affected loan exposures with expectations of write-backs that will strengthen asset quality and support a return to dividend payments. Providing further context on performance, he highlighted strong deposit growth, a solid capital base, and increasing contributions from the bank's African operations, which continue to drive profitability and resilience across markets. Looking ahead, Alauba expressed confidence in the bank's growth trajectory, citing improving macroeconomic conditions, expected moderation in interest rates, and increased capacity for lending to critical sectors such as infrastructure, SMEs, and digital innovation. GMD CEO of UBA, Oliver Alauba, delivered a goodwill message at the maiden edition of the Jerry Easy Foundation Business Grants, reaffirming the bank's commitment to empowering entrepreneurs and driving economic growth. The event, which supported 240 young entrepreneurs with $3,000 grants across agriculture, manufacturing, and technology, brought together key stakeholders from various industries. In his remark, Alauba commended the Foundation's initiative, noting that entrepreneurship remains a critical driver of job creation and transformation across Africa. He highlighted UBA's continued support for SMEs through financing, capacity building, and market access, while also announcing additional training for beneficiaries through the UBA Academy. The engagement reaffirms UBA's broader commitment to enabling enterprise, supporting youth, and fostering inclusive economic development across its markets. UBA Sierra Leone recorded a remarkable double victory at the 10th African Ovation Awards on Saturday, 25th April 2026 at the Radisson Blu Garden in Freetown, earning awards for market leadership and corporate excellence. The bank secured Corporate Excellence Award for Best Bank of the Year, highlighting the bank's strong performance, customer-focused services, and contribution to the country's financial sector. UBA Sierra Leone MD CEO Mohamed Alhaji Samora was also awarded Best Corporate Leader of the Year in recognition of his outstanding leadership and commitments to growth and innovation. Adding to the celebration, Saliu Sise, Head of Brand Marketing and Corporate Communications, received the Professional Excellence Award for his role in strengthening the bank's image and public engagements. This recognition further reinforces the bank's position as a leading financial institution committed to excellence and impactful service delivery. The UBA Foundation has reinforced its commitment to education and youth development through a schoolbook donation campaign in Gabon's Moyen-Ogooué province. The initiative saw the foundation donate hundreds of educational books to students in Njoli and Lambaréné, supporting improved learning conditions and access to knowledge. The first phase took place at the Lycée François Meillet in Njoli, followed by a second phase at Lycée Charles Mefane in Lambaréné, where students and educators benefited from the distribution of learning materials. Implemented under the Read Africa program, the campaign aims to promote a strong reading culture, encourage academic excellence, and reduce inequalities in access to educational resources, particularly in underserved communities. Representatives of the foundation from UBA Gabon reaffirmed their commitments to supporting Gabon's educational sector, while beneficiary schools commended the initiative for addressing critical educational needs. This outreach underscores the UBA Foundation's continued role in advancing education as a key driver in sustainable development across Africa. UBA Guinea has officially launched its agency banking service, marking a significant step in expanding access to financial services and advancing financial inclusion. The launch, announced at a press conference, aligned with the bank's strategy to diversify its offerings and bring banking services closer to its customers. Through this initiative, customers can now carry out essential transactions, including deposits, withdrawals, and everyday banking activities, even in remote and underserved areas. The rollout reinforces UBA Guinea's commitment to innovation and accessibility, ensuring more individuals and businesses can participate in the formal financial system. UBA Sierra Leone demonstrated strong national commitment at the Sierra Leone Association of Commercial Banks gift presentation to the State House, held in celebration of the country's 65th independence anniversary. The ceremony brought together commercial banks across the country in a united show of support for the government, marking a significant milestone in Sierra Leone's national development. UBA Sierra Leone stood out with a strong and visible delegation at the event, reaffirming its commitment to industry collaboration and nation building. The engagement highlighted the continued partnership between the private sector and government, underscoring a shared commitment to supporting Sierra Leone's growth and progress as the nation marks 65 years of independence. Now let's take a quick look at the headlines in newspapers this week. Alauba, UBA sustaining investment in tech, digital platforms to scale payment solutions. UBA explains dividend decision, reaffirms strong outlook for 2026. FY 2025, UBA customer deposits surged by 11.8%. 5 key takeaways from UBA's 2025 full-year results. UBA grows assets by 9.4%. And that brings us to the end of this episode. The show was a lot to talk about, as always. From strategic leadership engagements to recognitions, innovations, and community impact, it's clear that UBA continues to deliver value across every touchpoint. Thank you for staying with us. Until next time, keep the momentum going and keep representing the UBA brand with pride. I'm Chijike Obendere, and this is Inside the Den. Have a fantastic weekend.